such a great day. It is the summer solstice. It is the longest day and the shortest night of the year. And I just know in my deepest place of knowing that this day is both feared and celebrated across time, especially when they didn't have any modern technology. And the ancient people would watch as the days grew shorter and longer, and they watched how nature responded to the change of light. And so today, for those of us who are spiritual seekers, we know that this day is when the sun is at its highest power. The sun card in the tarot is the most powerful card in the deck in terms of positivity. Hi there. Maureen is here. Maureen, girl, where have you been? I'm so glad you could be here today because this is an important day. The shortest night. It's time to be less fearful, less doubtful, and to step out into what Spirit's calling for you to be. It's a day that reflects illumination, abundance, clarity, vitality, and a renewed sense of purpose. I had to write that down because I knew I wouldn't remember all of that for the reading today. But this is such a powerful day. It's a day of decision. Say that after me. This is a day of decision. Are you going to stay worried? Does it do you any good? I need to tell it to myself. I have plenty of invitations to the worry zone, and I need to work around it all the time and remember who I am and why I am here. A renewed sense of purpose. So I picked out these decks for us. I know that the angels are wanting to encourage and inspire. And so we are going to get started shortly. Let me light up my Palo Santo. Take a breath. And we just give permission to Spirit to release us from the flames of worry. Worry is like a manifestation in reverse. It's when we are concerned with what is and we forget what it is that we're trusting for. And I know that I personally am connected to the divine. There's a place deep within me that is the source of that wisdom. As I allow Spirit to help me overcome my doubts and fears, I step into who I was created to be, why I am here. I am here to inspire and educate. I call myself an edutainer because every time you come to my readings, you're going to learn something. And I do hope it's entertaining for you to see how Spirit is meeting your needs right here in a collective reading. I can't explain how it works. I just know that it has worked time and time again. This is our tarot here, the Wake Me Up Tarot, one of my very favorite decks, something that I depend on when I need to see quickly what it is that's going on. So let me just remove my boxes. And let's get started. We are going to start off with an oracle card for the collective. If you have been carrying, I'll say it this way. If you have had worry activated in your world, worry to me is an energy that can be activated or deactivated, right? And that's what we're wanting to do today, to give you a respite, a rest on this most beautiful, longest day of the year, to hear from Spirit in a way that's so personal that you will deactivate that worry vibe that's going on for you. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card for the collective. This is the theme for today's readings. Let me set these aside and let's see what we have. Oh, wonderful. Archangel Raphael is here. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. I knew there was a special reason for these readings today. Love, travel, humor, and vitality. Whoa, my throat is already getting a little scratchy, and it's only the first card. Hang on a second. Let me sip my tea. Boy, that throat. One of the things I have used over time when my throat gets scratchy, what I know it means is that someone is not speaking their truth. Somebody hearing my voice right now, that your throat is closed energetically. You may be in a relationship where you feel you cannot speak your truth. You may be worried about that relationship. You may be in denial about a change that you need to make in your own life, and you're not speaking the truth to yourself. Okay. But there's something going on here where you have felt a lot of emptiness. You have been in hibernation. There's a lot of sarcasm that leaks out when you do communicate. And there's a sense of lethargy, which means not able to move easily. So, Archangel Raphael is stepping in today to guide us into healing. And I'm super excited about that because we do need to be open and honest with ourselves, particularly in the area of self love. And we also need to be able to speak our truth in love, even if it's difficult. So, Archangel Raphael, thank you for standing in, being our mentor for today's readings. I'm just going to set this card aside. I'm sure I'll be pulling it forward as we go on, just as a reminder as we go through our readings today and we allow Spirit to speak. What is it that we need to know in order to grasp the power of this solstice day? Once again, it's a day of illumination, abundance, clarity, vitality, and a renewed sense of purpose. So, who would like to step into the coaching spotlight and bring your concern to the table so that I can read a card for you personally and also to serve as being on the stage for our many listeners who need to have a message also and may just be shy and don't want to ask. So, who is ready to step into the circle? Hi, hi, Mariah. Welcome, my celestial moon bunny. Maureen, do you guys, either of you, have a concern that you want to bring to the table? You don't need to tell what it is if it's private, but you can just come on and say, yes, please. I would love to hear what Spirit has for me. This is true of everyone that's listening right now. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. I have tarot parties every Saturday morning, always excited to see what the cards have for us. Maureen is our first, I'm going to laugh and say our first victim. And I only say that with lightness and love because sometimes the angels want us to wake up, don't they? The angels are like, okay, if you've been worrying, that is a sign. Worry is a sign that Spirit is trying to get your attention. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card from you from my angel deck, and then I'll also be doing a tarot read for you. Okay, Maureen, whoops. Sorry about that. I just bumped my table. Okay. I think I'll do it this way today. I'll just cut and select a card. This is your card, Maureen. Anybody else who's watching, all you have to do is mention that you would like for me to draw a card for you, and I will get to you in the order with which people sign in. Also, I will I try best I can to get timestamps put in for you so you can come back and find your reading later in case you have to leave. But don't miss this opportunity. Summer solstice reading right now. Okay, so Maureen. Hi, Lucky Shine. Welcome, welcome. And Uttara Purnima, angel guidance. Absolutely. Oh, that's okay. Excellent, Celestial. I know that you are. That's where I love that these are recorded so people can go back and easily pick up on their reading. Also, as you're here, don't be surprised if you don't receive a message that resonates with you and you're like, how are these cards from a stranger meaningful for me today? That's the beautiful law of attraction that brought you today for this particular reading. And Maureen is the first one to sit in the spotlight and bring her cards to all of you. Let's all share. Okay, so Maureen, Angels are watching over you. Oh gosh, look at this card. I knew this reading was about worry today. I could feel it in my deepest, deepest soul. That thing about worry. What does it do? It makes us feel deserted and alone. Worry makes us feel neglected and discouraged. Isn't that true? And we fight it, don't we? We spiritual seekers. We don't want to worry, but sometimes it's very difficult. We do feel so alone. So, Maureen, Spirit has been watching your life. You carry a lot of worry for other people, don't you, Maureen? There are people in your life right now. Each one of them has a story that is dramatic. And here, so many people come to you. Look at all these tissues laying around, people that come to you who are hurting. And part of what your message is today is to take care of yourself first. You know how when you get on the airline, when you step into that plane and fasten up your seatbelt, the attendant always says, put the oxygen on yourself first. And right now, today, Maureen, it's more important than it has been for a long time that you take the time for yourself. Angels are surrounding you right now, but you might not be aware of it because the worry is feels like you're drowning, right? There's so much worry, you're up to your chin in it. Remember, you can make a decision, Maureen, and everyone else who's listening, you can make a decision. I choose to release worry right now. Even though I don't know how, I choose to release worry right now. Maureen, that would be a wonderful affirmation for you. I usually don't get into the affirmations until the end, but I'm going to just say that ahead of time. I'm so glad that you're feeling the guidance because they are here. They are watching out for you. So let's take a peek at the tarot cards for you, Maureen. And the Eight of Swords. Doesn't it feel like this sometimes, Maureen? You feel like you're in a box and you can't get out. When worry attaches itself to us, this is it's not the truth, but it's what we feel. Because see, the lid of the box is open. All she needs to do is stand up. But when that worry energy grabs you, sometimes you can feel frozen in place. And so obviously, the angels see your current situation. These cards are in such alignment, aren't they? They're saying the same thing. They're saying you are not alone, that angels have been urgently wanting to get your attention. Okay. And the Nine of Swords, gosh, I don't know what's going on for you, my dear friend Maureen. But I'm so glad you're in this reading today. I'm going to bring our beautiful Archangel Raphael. This was the theme for today's readings about worry, that you are so loved, and that green energy is shining down around you. Maureen, I would definitely wear a green shirt today, or maybe if you have a green pendant or a green bracelet. But this color green of healing is so important for you to plug into. Okay, let's take a look. This is really showing me how much the angels are seeing your situation and they're understanding the difficulty you're going through. The nice thing is, Maureen, we're climbing forward here, the 8 to the 9 of swords. But you're wearing green. How do you like that? I love that for you, Maureen, because green is the color of the heart chakra. So, Maureen, as you're listening to this reading, go ahead and put your hand on your heart. And those of you who are just following along, same thing. Be in solidarity with Maureen, but also solidarity with yourself. There is no accident you're drawn to this reading. As you place your hand on your heart, you are drawing attention to your heart chakra. This is needful of repair and needful of upliftment. Today, this particular energy with the summer solstice is bringing you the opportunity for vitality to sink through you through that heart chakra. Look at this. Oh man, this really, really, I got goosebumps when I looked at it. So, what it's showing is there is some worry about your finances. Isn't that true? Sometimes when it rains, it pours. And so the idea of needing to hold on for all that it's worth, to value the money that you do have, and yet be willing to see the truth. Money is just energy, and it's so important that we embrace and love the energy of money, but also not to feel pinched or excluded. Okay, does that make sense for you, Maureen? Let's take a look at what we're not seeing at the bottom of the deck. Okay, oh, wonderful. We have the King of Pentacles. So, this energy that's here for you today, Maureen, is all about healing your relationship with money. Okay, Spirit is seeing that yes, you are a source of love and healing for the humans in your life. But right now, there is a urgent message for you to study or to embrace your relationship with money. Now, I'm doing the Mighty Mini readings right now. They're just $25 for summer. They're fantastic mini readings that can give you further guidance. And I will be posting my website. So if that's possible for you, I invite you to take part in it, because there's been some how can I say it? It's like disillusionment and lack of trust with the energy of money. And I really understand that. It hurts when we don't have enough and we can't make ends meet. It really does. But the King of Pentacles, that energy of honest evaluation and balance, the ability to see the truth and make an action plan, the ability to step away from being angry or upset at people that are wealthy. Sometimes it's easy to be angry with people who seem to be rich and are not handling their wealth generously. I get that 100%. But there's a lovely woman named Pam Grout, and she wrote a book called Thank and Grow Rich. And it is a wonderful book about changing our concept of abundance. And she says that true wealth is the ease and freedom to be generous. That means if you have $5, you could give $1 away and you are wealthy. This idea that gratitude tunes us into abundance in deep healing ways. Definitely, let me put the name of the book into the chat down here. It's called Oopsie, am I in the right spot? No. Okay, I just have the wrong screen here. Hang on for a second. There, I'm back. Okay, Thank and Grow Rich. Think it's fantastic. It's kind of an older book right now. It's fantastic. It's kind of an older book right now. It probably is available on the used book sites for inexpensive if you are needing that. I'm having a little operator error here, and I'm the operator. Okay, by Pam Grout. It's wonderful. And she is an expert at being grateful no matter what. She actually lost her daughter at age 22 from a brain aneurysm. I mean, that was back in about, I think it was 2017 or something. And she has been able to maintain a life of gratitude, even though she went through terrible hardship. And I completely trust her guidance. And so if you're looking for some relief with your financial situation, you cannot beat Think and Grow Rich. So, hi, Yana, welcome. So glad to see you here today. Anybody who's suffering with some worry, I'm here for you. My personal readings are just $25 right now. And I would love, love, love to be able to touch your heart, bless you with a personal message on this wonderful summer solstice day. So back to Maureen. Maureen, what we're seeing here is the angels are saying, don't give up. Don't cling to your desire for money. Allow yourself the freedom to believe that spirit is guiding you. One of the best way to start things flowing is to get rid of some clutter. Okay, so if you can go to your kitchen and pick out that junk drawer, go to a closet, go to your own closet and make a pile of clothing that you can donate and clothing you don't, that's just worn out, and pick out only your favorite clothes and keep them in your closet. This is something that costs absolutely nothing, but will shift your energy forward. Okay. And now I just want to give a special little love message. And these readings today are for the collective. I'm not going to be able to get to everyone. I know that right now. But as you listen, you can decide to keep the message. All you have to do is say, I'm picking this message for myself. There's no accident that I'm here today. And I am taking volunteers for readings best I can. So I can just operate with helping as many people as I can today. So I'm using our heart and soul messages. Maureen, this is your beautiful message. Let me just, first of all, look at, oh, look, it's a storm, right? And out of the storm is coming this beautiful dawning of a new day. Remember, the sun card, the sun is the most powerful as it is the entire year today. Alrighty? Hey, Starseed ship, welcome. So, Maureen, help is on the way. The raging sea will soon abate, and a great light will heal your heart. This is a time of deep, profound, and positive transformation. But courage, strength, patience are required. You are supported by a sea of love. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Maureen. You haven't been in my channel for a while, and I'm so glad you came today. There's no question your angels are really standing next to you, guiding you step by step. So let's move forward here and welcome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, let's hit that heart for Maureen. We know that no matter what's happening, Spirit is with you and guiding you no matter what. Okay, so going forward, who's here? Who would like me to pull cards for them right now? If you've been watching and you already spoke up, go ahead and let me know again. So many people come and go, hit and run. I know y'all run and look at all the readings that are available on any given day. If you are enjoying the cards, please do hit the thumbs up. It's so important for me. Janne, Lucky. Okay, Lucky is next. Lucky's been here for a while. Janne and Starseed, you will be coming up. Okay, so beautiful Lucky. What's going on? What kind do you just want to have the angels? I think, didn't you say you just want to see what the angels have for you? I will go ahead and draw. I'm so glad you're here, Lucky. Sometimes, do you know what? When I go to the coffee shop and order my coffee and they say, could we have your name, please? I say Lucky, just because I like for them to call out Lucky and I love to answer to that name. So, Lucky, let's pull a card. This is your Angel Oracle card. Have you been here before, Lucky? Have you been visiting my channel? I don't remember your name. You are lucky. Yes, yes, yes. I love when I call myself lucky. I believe we are as lucky as we believe we are. I believe also the reverse. If you believe you're unlucky, doggone if life doesn't reach up and let you know. All right, so for Lucky, where are you watching from, Lucky? So you know what, Lucky? I'm getting a hit already. My dad, who was not a very positive person, he's now passed. And there was lots of drama growing up with him, but he smoked Lucky Strike cigarettes. So I'm just that's what I thought of. So I'm wondering if maybe there's been some hardship with your dad over time where you may not have felt connected or something going on with your dad. Is that possible? These are our tarot. And then I'm going to pull one more. This is the bottom of the deck, what you're not seeing. Okay, and thank you. Lucky is volunteering to be on this in the spotlight right now because I can't give readings to everyone. It's just I run out of time, but I know that Spirit has messages for everyone that tunes in, and often, quite often, people resonate with another person's reading. It's just part of the magic of what we do. So, Lucky, we have time to go. Oh, interesting. Time to go. So it may be that you have been in a position where you felt some stagnation, that things are not moving the way you want them to, or maybe you want to wander, that you want some freedom. You've been questioning yourself a lot. There seems to be some dead end energy. So, whatever's going on, whatever life category you would be feeling, that sense of your bags are packed that you just don't, you can't pull the trigger. There's a change coming that is, you may or may not be aware of. And so the angels are here to let you know that whatever it is you're hanging on to here, whatever it is that's troubling you, that you do need to prepare to do that letting go process. Okay, let's draw. This makes me so curious for you, Lucky, of what's going on. And again, I got that hit that could have something to do with your dad or with your family of origin, but there seems to be something that the angels are wanting you to let go of. So, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is absolutely supportive of this energy. The Queen of Wands knows who she is and what she wants. She shines with energy. She has a lot of charisma. She has been through the dark times. Don't even assume she's never faced trouble. In fact, she has carried some burdens that have been so heavy. She got used to carrying the burdens. In fact, she thought that it was her role to carry burdens. You might be the person in your family who's most sensitive, Lucky, and you may feel the feelings of people around you. In fact, you may just carry more than you're designed to carry. And this card suggests that this person has flung those burdens aside. And see all these cell phones? Flinging them aside and saying, look, I'm worth it. It's my turn. It's my time. I personally flow a lot in the Queen of Wands energy. I love to manifest. I love to watch what manifests in my life as I stay connected to spirit. The more I release worry, the more I am blessed. And sometimes it's by the tiniest of things. The other day, I was facing some issues and I was taking a walk with Murphy, and I found these pebbles laying on the ground. And I wish I had one here to show you. They're used in crafting, so they're pearlized. But a couple of pearlized pebbles were on my path, and I leaned down and picked them up. I carried them in my pocket for luck, Lucky. And so sometimes you're going to get very small blessings that are indicating to you you're on the right track. It is time for you to move forward. You are not seeing how powerful you are at the moment. 10 of Cups. Absolutely. So, this again, there is such exciting energy here. Don't hold back. Don't stop your own progress. It is time for you to move into something new. Spirit is promising abundance there. With this 10 of Cups, it of course is showing the happy family. But many of the people that come to my readings are single, and they're really enjoying their singleness. They're enjoying the freedom. They're enjoying the lack of micromanaging. They're just in touch with how much they're loved by spirit, and they've grown into a love relationship with themselves. So, whatever your situation is, Lucky, there is something terrific that's right around the corner. But you have to take some kind of action step to get there. Okay. I wonder if where you are resonating. Also, you guys, feel free to contact me. On my website, I have a contact form, and I love, love, love to hear from you, especially Lucky. And Maureen, you guys go there and fill out the contact form. Let me know what's going on. Check in because I can answer personally. It's me that's answering, and I can give you some resources for your situation. Okay, what else do we have here? The Strength card. Look at this. Okay, so what I'm sensing, Lucky, is that there is a woman in the past who has passed away already. Could be your grandmother, it could be your own mom. And if that's the case, my heart is with you. But there are female, feminine energies on the other side who are encouraging you. They're soothing you. They're saying, you can do this. You are ready to move forward. Whatever it is, I'll just be honest about your own doubts and fears because everything is saying yes, yes, yes. Whatever change that you've been considering, whatever that is, it's so important that you take action. And even if it's just to write yourself a letter, Lucky, dear Lucky, and write yourself a letter that encourages your own self to whatever you are afraid of right now, whatever you're hesitating on, it's time to move forward. I just want to tell you a teeny bit of my own story. I had a situation with a person and they weren't communicating with me. And I was reading the situation as if I was reading it negatively. I was reading it as if something was wrong. And so I created a message that I texted the person. And I was nervous and anxious when I did it because I just don't want to make a mistake. Can you relate, Lucky? But anyway, I stepped over my anxiety and I did it. And I got an instant reply that completely comforted me. I knew I had done the right thing. So sometimes we need to step over that anxiety and we have to do what we're worried or afraid to do. This is the energy that's at the bottom of the deck for you, Lucky. Let's see. And we have the Five of Cups. So what you're not seeing is that there's a part of you. I don't want to offend Lucky at all, but there's a part of you that's feeling a little sorry for yourself, a little afraid of moving forward. Some things did not work out in the past. And there's a part of you that is holding on to them. There's a saying that's called, don't cry over spilled milk. Okay, that sometimes we have losses, sometimes we have disappointments, and these things can worry us because we're afraid to take a new step. But look behind the figure, two fresh cups, two fresh sources of love, money, and acceptance. But only you have the power to turn toward that fresh start. I am so curious about you, Lucky. If this has missed the mark, and this reading is not for you, I would be surprised. It feels so potent. So do find me, go to my website right up there, Manifest Faster, and write to me. I will answer you back and I will respond with some resources. I love to hear the personal stories from these beautiful readings. So now I'm going to pull a heart and soul. Oh, good. Yes, 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 Lucky. Good, 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 good. I'm so glad. I got goosebumps at your response. So let me just pull a card. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. This makes me feel emotional. Oh my goodness, Lucky. The sun. This day, the longest day, the shortest night. This is a fork in the road for you. No question. I just wish you all the best in taking the courageous step. Spirit knows this isn't easy, but it is necessary. You need to give yourself permission. Let's see what the word is for this gorgeous sun card on the summer solstice. Lucky, 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 lucky. From your soul's perspective, this life is just a page in the never ending story where you and those around you all have a specific role to play. Yet, remember, this role is not the real you, for you are much more than your personality and your current circumstances. Your true immortal self cannot be defined. Beautiful. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you so much for sitting in the spotlight. I know there were other people here today that absolutely needed to hear that message, and I am glad for you. Please, I honestly, I would love to hear from you, and you could tell me what's going on. So, Maureen, could you check back and see? I can't remember. I know Starseed's in there, and is it Starseed that's next? Or Yana? Is it you? I think it's Yana that's, I'm so sorry, you guys. I lose track in the readings and then I lose track of my, you're welcome. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. But Starseed, I think I'm going to take Celestial. Oh, thank you. Okay, Celestial is, thank you so much. Starseed, I hear you. I'm right here for you. Celestial's next, so I'm going to do my Celestial Moon Bunny, and then Starseed, I promise you are next, okay? And you guys, everybody just send Thanksgiving, thanks to Maureen and to Celestial for being my helpful angels here. I could not do this without their help, and I'm so, so, so grateful. So, Celestial, you are next, my dear. Now, Celestial and I have a very interesting relationship because I think, how many readings have I done for you, Celestial? Maybe 4 at this point, I think. And each one of them, it's like I don't need to speak, that I can just turn the cards and they speak for themselves. But for you all who are not in that vibe with me, I'm going to speak because these collective readings do touch hearts, don't they? I imagine that Lucky's reading was luckier for more than Lucky. Okay, now I'm going to do Mariah and then Starseed and then Yana. Okay. And those of you who want me to read, I'm happy to do it. Hit the thumbs up, join my energy, please, because it helps me and it helps YouTube acknowledge these readings, which of course helps me. So thank you for that. Okay, so we have Mariah. Here is your angel card, an urgent message. We have the longest day of the year and the shortest night. The sun is at the peak of power. It is a day when we can count on illumination. Sorry about that. Illumination, abundance, clarity, vitality, and a renewed sense of purpose. I see you, Kimmy, Celestial, or Celestial or Maureen will be helping me remember. I have Yana, Starseed, and then Kimmy. I'm so glad. Have you been here before, Kimmy, or is it your first time? Okay, so we have Mariah. I can't read. I can't wait to read for you and the collective, Mariah. Mariah, have you been blessed by the collective readings? Do they hit you also? Maureen, you could let me know too. Yana, because it is amazing to me how, if you don't have time to stick around for the readings, the fact is that every single card pulled here today is for my collective, and I love you guys. Okay, let's see, Mariah. Oh, we talked about painting. I remember, Kimmy. Yes, yes, yes. Have you been? I've been doing a lot more painting lately. I have to say, I've overcome some resistance to my painting, and so thank you for reminding me. Okay, and this is Mariah. This is the card at the bottom of the deck. What you're not seeing, and this is an urgent message, Mariah. So hold in your heart what it is that you're desiring to hear from Spirit. Let's take a peek. Oh, career transition. Very interesting. So, this is similar to the last reading. Hi, Anna. Yes, got my administrators will keep you in mind, and I will get to you with all as God willing. I've got so many people, and I want to be able to help all of you. So, Mariah, a little boredom going on with you. A little bit of scarcity energy, maybe a little stuck this morning. There's something going around you with your career. In fact, that last message may have been very resonant for you. The one about you got to move, take a step, even though you're not sure, because that's similar to this. And so, Lucky, this you may feel that this reading continues your energy, and anyone who's looking for a movement in their career. Let's all join our hearts because Spirit is speaking clearly here. The lady is dressed in a green suit, and that green for me is a sign of the heart chakra. The idea of loving yourself enough to take care of yourself, the idea of not waiting for someone else to take care of you. Mariah, I know in your situation that there was a legal matter that was just, oh my goodness, there was a legal matter that was just settled. And when I look at this, look at that, she is letting go of that briefcase. At first, I thought she was taking it with her, but look at it. She's leaving it in her other world. So it looks to me that Spirit is here to encourage you to let go in a deeper way. And look at this: change, excitement, opportunity, and advancement. That's the exact energy of the summer solstice. Also, Mariah, I did send you that news about Chiron slipping into Taurus. Now, mind you guys, I am not an astrologist at all. Astrologer. Nope, not even close. But I know enough just to make me dangerous. I like to say that. But there's certain cycles that happen that make us more aware of certain things. And in this particular cycle, there's woundedness that's coming up. What do I mean, woundedness? Embarrassment, maybe even some shame, maybe guilt about how we operated in our career. Maybe we had to make some sacrifices and compromises that went against our own self in order to make money. I don't know about you, but I have gone out of my lane and trusted the wrong people from time to time. So I know for sure that this idea of leaving everything behind, especially self judgment, because look at what's ahead: a bright blue sky with clouds and the angels right there. However, there's no ground to step on, right? So you really are being encouraged, my dear friend Mariah, to step out into something new and trust, trust, trust. Look at our theme card for today. Beautiful Archangel Raphael. There is great healing coming from everyone that listens to any words of this reading today. No question. Look at the light beaming out from Archangel Raphael. Same light is here. See how these cards continue? This is completely powerfully yours, my friend. Okay, so let's move on and look at tarot. I can't wait. I have goosebumps running all over my body. Now, those of all y'all, when you ever hear me say I have goosebumps, just check in, because sometimes you guys get goosebumps at the same time I do. Isn't that strange and wonderful? Okay, Mariah, I'm so glad you're here, Mariah. Those of you who take time to contact me, you are part of my family, and I want to get to know you better. It helps me pick the themes for the weekly readings, and I have a contact form right on my website. You can go there, just scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll be able to write me a personal letter. I will write back to you. I always do. It's me. It's not any of my beautiful assistants. It's me contacting you. Okay. Justice card comes up. Mariah, interesting. That justice card. And for you, because I do know your personal situation, there is something about releasing this justice situation. So I don't know what's going on with you right this second, but I do feel that part about allowing that chapter of your life to be closed, to work with tapping and with the energy tools that you know how to use to continue to release yourself from what wasn't fair for you. Look at the open hands. Look at, and again, repeat it with your career card. Let me pull it over. The open hand, release. The open hand, release. A double message. Like I said, for Mariah, I feel like I don't even need to say the reading out loud. It always seems to be pictured so beautifully in the cards. Oops, let me set that here. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Swords. Yep, there is something. Look at this teddy bear. Wow, I have another deck. Mariah, for your next reading, will you make a note? Mariah, at your next reading, I want to use the teddy bear deck with you. It's fabulous. And this teddy bear is interesting as the victim of this 10 of Swords, because this is somebody who has been victimized. Have you ever heard that saying, death by 1,000 cuts? There's things about your life that you cannot see. There's a lot about your life, Mariah, that's coming from past lifetimes, that you walked into this, that you walked into this life with a lot of unfinished business. Can I say it that way? I think that you don't even understand. Your sensitivities, your spiritual sight, your ability to read spiritual things was yours since you were little. Nobody understood it. And you may have felt victimized, as if there's a lot of backstabbing. But you have to realize a lot of times the adults in our life get either jealous, or they're envious of us, or they're scared by us if we are mature beyond our years. And remember, too, that you are born into the third act of somebody else's drama. I love to think of it that way. When my parents had me, they were already decades into a life that was not working. Okay. Oh, the new growth coming out of his head. Absolutely. With the mindset, right? Because swords are all about your mindset. And so I'm glad you went. I do a reading, you guys. It's called the Manifesting Map, and I do it at the start of every month. And Celestial Moon Bunny received one of those for June, and then recently went back, listened again, and there's tapping as part of it. And I love when my clients get the map, because Spirit knows what you have to go through to get to where you want to be. Can you spot the sun on this, Mariah? See the sun? It's dawn, and it is the summer solstice. So there's a decision to be made, a decision. I will move forward. I will not stay in my current situation. Continue to release the wounds from your past relationship to Spirit. All of this purple, all of the purple on the card is the divine, and the angels are promising you so much healing coming forward. And in your last position, we have the Emperor. And I believe the Emperor has come up in readings for you before. Even I love this. I recall that you're reading, I think, in my spirit, the idea you do have a partner. You have a partner who is a true emperor for you, a kind and gentle leader who can be the lion, who can take care of what you need. However, I'm reading this a little bit differently today, because the angels really want you to be boss of your own self, to be kind and wise for yourself. Don't push hard. We don't want to chase, but we want to continue letting go. Mariah, if you have not lately, do take some time and empty a closet, clean out a drawer, clean out the trunk of your car as if you're going to sell it. Do things that will get rid of stuff. And those of you who are new to me and you're just listening for the first time, you'll hear me say certain pieces of advice over and over. And that's because it works. When you declutter something, you declutter your own mind. Many times, what we think is troubling us or causing us stress is not even the thing. It reminds us of something that happened in the past. Many of us had upsetting childhoods. Many of us had to endure a lot of chaos. And because of that, you never know who to trust. Many of us need to grieve things that we never grieved before. So, opening the door to new healing is what you're being called to. It is connected to your career. And I'm not sure, it could be your husband also, but there is something going on with releasing the past, stepping into self guidance and self love to be ready for what's coming. Beautiful. The Celestial Bunny says that the neighborhood is having a huge garage sale next weekend, and you've been decluttering. You are on the right track. What you can do when you're packing and pricing your things, set an intention that the healing of your physical life is echoed in your heart. That as you heal your crowded self on the outside, you're healing yourself on the inside. Set that intention. This is the energy you're not seeing. And we have the Tower. I believe the Tower has come out for you also in other readings, because the thing is, if we don't if we don't do our work, something will do it for us. Life can turn on a dime, and a challenge can arise that is that's a surprise for us. Now, for this one, this is a wedding cake, which I kind of love, because you are a person I know who gave up on marriage. You gave up after your last relationship and all of the pain, 10 years of torture to try to move on from this legal situation, right? This is so connected. Even though you may feel so much healing from your former, this is all about finishing it off. This is the wedding cake from your first situation. It is destroyed. It is melting and falling apart. The bride and groom are falling on either side of this cake. They're going on to their new life. One of the things that I learned from Louise Hay, who I love, you can YouTube search her. She's now gone many years, but her recordings are fabulous. But she suggests that we say something like, I forgive and release you to your highest good. I hold no animosity toward you. I wish for you only the best. The what is it? The mindfulness? No, the kindness prayer is you say it for yourself. I want to be happy. I want to be free. I want to be free of suffering. And then you do it for your person. And I know it's hard sometimes because they don't deserve it, but you do. I want you to be free. I want you to be happy. And I want you to be free of suffering. As you open your heart and allow this first wedding to melt away completely, and allow yourself to guide your own life through your angels, through your new belief system about love. There's great things coming for your career. Does that make sense for you, my darling? I'm excited about how your readings all knit together. I think I'm going to go back and listen to your map this afternoon just to check in myself, because this reading, I think it had a lot of echoes, and I want to double check that. So next we have, oh, wait, I forgot to read. I'm sorry. Celestial Bunny. We have one more card to read here from the Heart and Soul deck. I love this one. This reminds me of fluorite. If you have any fluorite, it might be a good gem stone for you to carry. And let's take a look. Your intuition constantly senses the voice of spirit and conveys this through emotion and feeling. Spirit's great love and wisdom continuously flow through you like a stream of soft diamond light. Stop for a moment and feel this beautiful flow of energy. Allow it to permeate every part of you. You and spirit are one, entwined by invisible threads of love. Beautiful, beautiful. I am so glad you're here. Whatever's happening for you, know that you are being guided and protected, and worry is supposed to be evicted from your personal situation. So, next we have Starseed, right? And then Starseed, after Starseed, oh no, Yana. Oh gosh, I'm mixed up again. You guys, thank you for having my assistance. Can you tell Bunny who is, I should write it down myself. Where's my pen? I'm sorry for the delay, you guys. Let me just get my cards here. Yana, and then Starseed, or Starseed and then Yana. I can't remember. Can someone help me? Who is next? Thank you for hanging in here. So I know you guys, it gets so busy and I can't remember back. So Celestial, if you could scroll back and see who it was. It was Maureen that reminded me of you. Oh, I might be able to do it too over here. So who is here? Do we are Yana, Starseed? Are you guys still here? Just waiting for Yana. Starseed. Oh, good. Starseed is next. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. All right. So those of you, if you, hi Anna, Anna, you will be coming up. I think I have Viana and Kimmy, and then Anna. If you could keep track of that, Celestial. Man, I don't know how I would do it without your help. Everybody, let's just hit the heart here for my angel, Celestial Moon Bunny. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me out here. I appreciate it. And so, Starseed. Okay, Starseed. I will have what do I call them? Timestamps. So if you have to leave and you come back, I'll do my best to get the timestamps in there. Okay, so Starseed. Hey, Kimmy, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being patient. Love you guys. I created a brand new reading. It's called the Mighty Mini. The Mighty Mini is only $25. It's a quick little video where I will guide you with your particular worry. So if you want a reading, this is the time to jump in. I am absolutely delighted to offer the Mighty Mini as we go through summer. Okay, so let's for Starseed. What does Spirit have for you, Starseed? Let me draw your tarot. Thank you, Spirit. So grateful for the angels today, aren't y'all? And this is the card that goes, it's what you're not seeing. Don't you love that Tower card, Bunny? Okay, and oops, getting ahead of myself. Starseed, communication. Okay, so there's been something going on with you, Starseed, where there has been some gossip. There's been some people talking. I want to say a swear word, talking shit. I'm sorry. But there's some people who are a little envious. They don't get you. And it's not that they mean to be harmful. It's just that you are a star seed. You know, you do have things about you that other people don't get. Isn't it true? It can be so hard to be spiritually focused in this world today. And there's so many opportunities for worry. But I want to use this card here to say that first of all, I want to be honest with you and say there's always a tiny bit of a warning to avoid gossip yourself. I know I need to watch it because I like to gossip about politics sometimes, and I get myself in trouble. There's somebody pulling up to my house, but they're not coming at my house. Can you hear Murphy back there? But the idea of allowing yourself to just keep your mouth closed when you can. Don't take a risk. You never know who is going to hear it, and it could come back and bite you in the butt. So take time to watch the stories that you want to tell. Hold on a second, you guys. Murphy, 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 come here, dear. Come on. Come here, little boy. Murphy, come. Good boy. I'm bringing him into my reading room so that he can't see out the front door. Okay. But also, the thing is about communication is if I love this card because if one person whispers a story to the next person and then they whisper it to the next person, nobody knows the real story, right? So if you hear stories, you always have to assume they're probably not true, at least in part. So the keywords are accuracy, expression, intimacy, and honesty. So angels are wanting you to take seriously how you communicate. Okay, so this could be a family issue. It could be, oops, personal issue. You may know exactly what this is about. So Starseed, let's pull our tarot and see what the angels have to say. Oh, Murphy just jumped up behind me. Hi, boy. Did you come for Starseed's reading? Oh, so sweet. Okay, so first, oh my goodness, look, it's gossip far out. Okay. So the Page of Swords, there's less, see, these kids are dressed in school uniforms. So this is a confirmation that there's been some talk. You may be involved in the talk, but there's some talk going on that is not serving you. Now, see how innocent this person looks? Somebody may be talking about something, they don't know what they're talking about, and they don't realize that they're part of the problem. Okay. And it could be you, Starseed. You may be someone who's gotten trapped into talking about an issue or talking about things with somebody that is just being misinterpreted. Wow, this is a good reading. This one, the Ace of Swords. Can you notice this, the chain being broken around this person? This is victory. And in the communication area, swords are all about communication. So, Starseed, this day of the summer solstice, once again, the sun is at its most powerful place today. It's bringing illumination, abundance, clarity, vitality, and a renewed sense of purpose. So I would make a decision today that you're going to communicate differently for the rest of the year. We're halfway through 2026. Isn't that crazy? And so as we go through the rest of this year, take it into your heart that you will speak only the truth and spoken in love. Now, sometimes you're going to need to tell people things that are not easy to speak, because if somebody's they're crossing a boundary, they're hurting your feelings because of an action or a behavior, you will need to say, wait a minute, that's coming into my lane. That's not appropriate for me right now. I don't want to be talking about this right now, because your lane for the rest of this year, Starseed, is a lane of light. As you communicate truthfully and lovingly, especially with yourself, don't let yourself get into any kind of crazy denial about what you need to do. If you're worried about this issue, it goes back to how you're telling yourself the story. As you tell yourself the truth, and just do your best to stop talking about other people, stop talking about yourself cruelly, and step forward into a new birth, setting yourself free from how you communicate. There's something really phenomenal that's going to open up. Here we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is another card of what I call PMS, poor me syndrome. This means that there's a part of you who's feeling left out. A part of you wants to fit somewhere that you're not fitting. But the thing is that there's so much abundance all around you. You're just not recognizing it. As you change how you talk about your life, as you change how you talk about others, you will open the doors for really healthy connections. You are so loved, Starseed. All of you who are hearing these words right now, if you've been caught up talking about things that bring you down, if you're worried about the economy or you're worried about the problems in the world, you're cutting yourself off from source. That source deep within you that loves you may be guiding you to cut off some of your social media, cut off some of your habits, because what you're doing is simply feeding the poor me energy here. Okay? All you need is a connection with the divine to bring hope. This reading today, Starseed, is bringing, I hope, what you need. Another thing that you can do on YouTube search for a meditation for star seeds. Okay. There are so many wonderful ones out there. And then I like to call it YouTube bingo, where I'll put my need into the search window and then listen to something that comes up. Star seed meditation. Okay. And let's take a look at what you're not seeing. I'd love this so much for you, Star seed. What you're seeing is the answer is almost here, and it's coming from the divine. The answer that you've been looking for, the answer you've been craving, is not in the hands of humans. It's not. The answer is from the divine. There's a message coming through for you soon. Again, I see the bright sunlight through this window. Today is the day of change. And Starseed, I would love if you would email me, and you can get my contact information right on my website. I'll put it in here so you can see it easily. Tell me what's going on. When you tell me your personal situation, then I can answer back and send you a couple of YouTube videos and be able to help you figure out what it is that's got you trapped in listening to the wrong kinds of information and how you can use communication for your benefit. Okay? Let's take a peek now in the heart and soul message. This is a message directly from you, from your angel. And this I love this reading because there is an angel, and look at how the yellow is surrounding. There's an angel who tapped on my shoulder this morning and said, do a reading on worry. And I don't usually do readings on worry, but today it's attracted the exact right people. And look at again the light streaming down, all the love coming through to you from the divine. Let's see what your message is, Starseed. The heart is the true seat of power. So just love everyone involved, and all will unfold gracefully in its own time. An angel watches over you. With patience, love, and perseverance, all will work out fine. Be guided by the wisdom in your heart. Take some quiet time. Take out a piece of paper. Write down all of the people who have hurt your feelings that you can think of. Just write all their names down. And then you take a dark crayon or marker and scribble on their names. Just scribble until you can't see any of their names left. I don't understand why this works, but it does. A lot of energy will be used. Use your non-dominant hand for turbocharge. The energy that you use in that writing and scribbling will release spirit in you. I promise. It's something I believe in and I do myself. Thank you. This has been a wonderful reading, Starseed. Thank you for hanging out and waiting for your reading. I truly appreciate it. And I am just lifting your energy. Today is a decision day. Can you make the decision for yourself to go forward? Okay, wonderful. And then let's go here. I think Yana is next. Yana, you're so patient. I'm always loving cards for you. Yana adores crystals. Crystals have been a huge part of her spiritual life. And so, Yana, I'm wondering what crystal is in your hand right now. What crystal has your attention? I watch a lot of near death experience videos. They're so fun for me to watch because I love hearing the stories of how real it is when they cross over. And then they're here to encourage us not to give up and to, take care of ourselves, knowing that there's so much we don't understand. And they talk about seeing a crystal city, and any one of them, several I've heard, and they say the crystal city on the other side is even more real than what life is on our side. And I love that. And I think the crystals are reminders to us of the magnificence of creation. Because when you think about it, stones could just be gray. I mean, the only reason they're various colors is to please our eye as humans. I mean, I don't know that the animals see color like we do, but I love that you follow the crystal guidance. Okay. So I'm assuming, Yana, just a overlook of what spirit has for you. And then Kimmy, I know that you're there, and Anna. And then I will get to you. Oops. Oh gosh, this card jumped out for you. Okay, I love cards are excited. And so for our dear friend Anna, all the way in Norway, I keep bumping my camera. Yana, what kind of weather? Do you guys have spring over here at this point? Is spring happening for you? It's another card. And this solstice day, and Anna is here still. Wonderful. Okay, here's our third card. And then at the bottom of the deck, what you're not seeing, Yana. So Yana is sitting in the spotlight. If you are just visiting me, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. On Saturdays, I try to do as many readings as I can. I can't get to everyone, but I do know in my heart of hearts that my all of my collective is in the family here, and everyone can receive everything that they need, even though your name has not been called. Okay, and I of course invite you to hit the thumbs up because that creates a loop of energy between us and it helps us all receive. Okay, so Yana, here's your angel message. Perfect timing. Look at this. This is exactly today. This perfect timing card where the sun is at the fullness of its brightness today. And so it could be that you have felt a little bit of a struggle. There's something, some kind of resistance. I immediately, when I think of you, Yana, I think of you and your mission with crystals because you do know more than a lot of people. And I'm wondering if you are able to share. Is there, we've talked about this little in the past, about a metaphysical community of some type where you could step into your teaching skills? I just have to sip my tea. Hold on. Because you have so much to offer with what you know. A lot of times, if anybody who's listening right now, if you're a healer or a spiritual person of any kind, we are called to share our gift. I mean, not everybody charges money for their gift, but some of us do. But the idea of being able to broadcast, radiate the knowledge you have for others, because patience, planning, clockwork, and auspicious, that you are in a place where your angel is calling you to um, continue planning what it is that you want to do. The timing is when perfect timing comes, you will absolutely know it. Oh, yes. Well, you let me know that you have, let me know. I would love, love, love to tell others about your mini classes, and I would love to participate. So you have my contact information, Yana. I know you've contacted me on Facebook. I do have a page over there, but the best way to contact me right now is to go to my website, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll find the contact page, and let me know, because Facebook is not easy for me to communicate with people who don't live in the US. And so that way I'll be able to have your email address. Okay. So let's see what tarot has for you. The Knight of Pentacles, absolutely perfect energy. In fact, it's the same colors. Let me just pull this over here. See how the same colors are on these two cards? And I love that because the Knight of Pentacles is one who waits for perfect timing. There is a pace to the Knight of Pentacles. In fact, some people can get impatient with the Knight of Pentacles energy. They want to get on the bike and ride it, or other people in your life may wonder when in the world you're going to get started. I do notice that the fall leaves are coming. So it could be that Spirit is guiding you to be planning something for autumn. And also, you have a slow pace, and that is your pace. And so I feel like you might feel stressed sometimes because you don't have a hell yes, you don't have a green light on doing something, and you wonder about your own self. But your pace is perfect. Trust your guides. Our second one is, yes, this Nine of Swords. So there is the concern that you are worried about right now. The thing that keeps you up at night is important. It's important that the angels tell and show you that they're with you in it. Worry is a waste of energy. Worry steals joy from us. If you're on a slower pace because it's what you want for your life, it's even more important that you trust Spirit more than others. An affirmation that I love to use is, even though I don't know how, I'm worrying so much less right now. Even though I don't know how, worry is disappearing now. Even though I don't know how, worry is in the past for me now. These will help jar any spiritual sticking points so that you can do your planning, get ready for what you want to do, and trust Spirit to guide you to the perfect pace. Perfect timing is worth waiting for, but it's also, we don't want to stall and miss perfect timing. Okay. And then your third one, we have the 10 of Swords. So these two cards showed up in a different reading that maybe you were here with, Janne, because you've been here for a while. But what's happening is that there, I believe there's something in your childhood, an experience in your growing up years that was deeply heartbreaking. And what happened when you were young is clinging to you. It's troubling you. I look at this, I'm seeing like this up here, this light is almost striking me as smoke. And I feel that there's something that is hovering over you, blocking the sun. And I do think it's connected to your childhood. So if there is something, Janne, in your growing up years that you need to deal with, there are counselors and there are groups. There's even grief groups online. I offer a list of grief resources. All you need to do is email me and I'll send it to you, because I'm just sensing that there's something in your being that's attached to your birth years that could be holding you back with a little bit of insecurity. Okay. So often the roots of our worry or the roots of our inability to take action are connected to something that happened in our childhood. I personally have had a lot of therapy, and years ago I had some life-changing therapy. And then when I got into energy work and tapping, I was able to continue like housekeeping and helping myself release even more and more every year. Do we ever get over our troubling childhood? Yes, we do, but it's part of our mission. When you came to the planet, it's the healing of those past experiences that creates the magnificence of who you are right now. Oh, see, bless your heart, Yana. I feel it. And the crystals, and no wonder. And you probably get a lot of joy just being in nature, right? And trees, like maybe you could hug a tree today. I know that's in the US, people used to laugh at tree huggers. I'm kind of a different generation. But there's so much healing in nature. Even to lay your hand on the side of a tree, that tree is living but not speaking. That tree has fluids in it that are going up and down that trunk, feeding the tree from the root. And when you touch a tree, you can't feel that. It has no pulse that we can feel. But that is what will continue to bring you healing. Again, if your budget allows, Yana, my Mighty Mini, $25 US, might be just what the doctor orders to give you a bit of privacy to be able to get an answer to a private question. Okay, my friend? So do get in contact with me. I do have resources around the inner child and healing. I'm doing art therapy right now with a person online, and her work is absolutely beautiful and it's free of charge. Her name is Sana. Let me put this in here for you, Yana. Yana and Sana, how do you like that? Sana Art Therapy. And any of you guys who are watching right now, art therapy is changing me. No kidding. I mean, I'm shocked because it's teaching me to be vulnerable. But this woman, art therapy with Sana, she's wonderful. So do a Google search for her. Okay, let's look at what you're not seeing, my friend Yana. Oh, look what comes up again. It's so interesting how cards repeat themselves. This Tower card. So this card is sweet, even though it's scary. that the cake has been damaged by a shaft of light. It's made of sweet ingredients. This is one of the things that I have found so profound in my life. There's a bit of sweetness in every heartbreak. There's a bit of sweetness in the life that was so troubled. So often, when we're remembering back to our childhood or to hurtful times, all we do is see the pain. We see the betrayal. We tell ourselves over and over again how terrible it was. And I get it. I mean, my childhood was not a picnic. But when you can start to see the other view and be able to see some beauty and some sweetness from the past, what was meant to destroy you will build you up. For example, Yana, I have a feeling that your love of nature was deeply rooted in your chaotic family, right? If you were like me, I used to climb trees with a book and I would sit up in a tree reading because the tree was far and above my family. And I wish I had a tree to climb right now, as a matter of fact. But that's why I love the woods and why I love being in nature. I'm sure of it. Because when I was a kid, that was the sweetest part of my childhood was not with humans, it was with nature. Okay. So that's your challenge, Yana, with this beautiful day. Remember, the sun is at its highest peak today. It's most powerful, and it's here to bring illumination, abundance, clarity, vitality, and a renewed sense of purpose. I am so glad that you are here today, Yana. Let's take a look at your heart and soul message. Beautiful, beautiful. I have to This is so interesting because it looks like these are two trees because I can see the branches and the roots, but they're so unusual. Two trees and two hearts. This is fascinating. There is something for you with the trees for sure. And that love, oh, the love that's felt by the tree. But these could be pregnant too with that bump. So I feel like this is really an important time for you, Yana. This next 6 months before the end of 2026, I think there's going to be new growth, something very unexpected, because you don't think of trees being pregnant, right? But they are definitely pregnant looking. Let's take a peek. Passion reignites, and within the flawless patterns of each other's soul, you discover inner peace. You are caressed by each other's love, and this unfolding as endless blessing. Place no restriction on one another. Be firmly grounded within each other's soil, but allow enough space for your branches to sway freely so that each so that you each may dance to the song of your own spirit. So, yes, I'm wondering if you do have a good friend, family member, or a love interest that is in your life right now. If so, this call to address your inner child and your childhood could be a big part of that. But what I was seeing is this, that when you do touch a tree, you bring as much healing to that tree as the tree brings to you. Many of my clients are very content single. And even if they're married, they have a special relationship with spirit that is so private and divine. So this makes me very curious, Yana. What is going on for you? Thank you for contacting me. I would love to know your story. Okay, let me take a sip of tea. And I see my next person, I believe, is Kimmy. Kimmy, you win a prize for most patient, and Anna right behind. Mm, I switched away from coffee well over a year ago, and I'm pretty much drinking green tea instead, and I've come to develop a great taste for it. But I do add a bit of almond flavoring in it because that's one of my favorite flavors. And hi, Kimmy. Welcome, welcome. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. What's the Spirit? What is the angels? What's the urgent message? Worry can be so draining. And we're not supposed to worry. I know. I mean, we're not supposed to, but it's hard not to. Sometimes we really do have to watch what we're watching on social media. You know, we have to be mindful of what we feed our spirit because we can cause our own worry by some of what we see, and that's not good. But Spirit today, speaking through the angels, has a special message for the collective. Kimmy has volunteered to sit in the spotlight and receive a reading on all of our behalf. Why do I say that? Because you're not alone. You may think you're the only person that has a grouchy mother in law or a mean brother or a child that is disrespectful. You know, you may be thinking you're the only person that has financial problems, needs a new job, or wants to be loved, but you're not. You fit into a family of misery. A family, think about that. Every single person you see on the street has something that's miserable in their lives. It's just the way it is. But the people you're drawn to are the ones that are at peace. Isn't that true? People that are kind, that doesn't mean they have no problems. It just means they're able to plug into love and flow in the truth of spirit, even in the midst of a difficult time. All of us are invited to suffer every day. Here you go. Here's a serving of life. Do you want to suffer? And I would say, no, thank you. Pain is part of life, but suffering is something I can choose or choose to ignore. So, with that little word, let's go forward. Here are your cards. I want to shuffle good because some of these cards are coming out many times, and I want to just prove Spirit knows what they're doing. Kimmy, here are your tarot cards. If you're enjoying yourself today, I call myself an edutainer. I educate and entertain. This is my call. It took me every one of my 73 years to finally be comfortable with who I am. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So, this is the card at the bottom of the deck, Kimmy. Thank you for coming back. Living in Virginia, probably getting warm over there, like it is in Tennessee. Let's take a peek. What do the angels urgently want you to know, Miss Kimmy? Self-employment, very interesting. Okay, so there's something going on around you where you have a heart to be creating money, to create revenue from what you do. And being a painter, an artist, being creative, I know that's part of what a lot of creators hope for. Where wouldn't it be nice if the thing that brings you the most joy was able to support you? Wouldn't it be nice if your creativity was honored, respected, and valued, and people were spending money to have it? Now, mind you, your art might be your baking. You may bake the best biscuits in Tennessee. I know a lady recently who has the best biscuits in Tennessee, and she's thinking about selling them at the market. And I went, absolutely do it, because I have not had a good biscuit anywhere where I live. They're all coming out of frozen boxes and baked. You know what I'm saying? And so this lady could use her talent with biscuits and create revenue. Now, is it going to pay the mortgage? No, it's not. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a trickle. Before the river flows, a trickle has to flow. And so self employment does not mean it's the only source of revenue, but to work, produce something, and get paid for it, you're employing yourself to be a provider. And so it's rewarding, it demands commitment. You have to be resourceful and confident, but often it's a matter of finding baby steps and making sure there's a market for what it is that you're wanting to be selling. Okay. And as an artist, I know that, oh, one more thing, Kimmy. See those three birds? I believe that there are three people in your life right now. You may know who they are, but there's three cheerleaders, three people who really honor you, they respect you, and they love your work. So you may want to pull those people together and have an abundance party, have a thank you party where all you do is go around the table and celebrate what's already here. the air you breathe. I know you've been listening to a lot of these readings, celebrating nature, celebrating the fact that you're alive right now, celebrating the fact that you survived your bleep in childhood, right? Lots of things to celebrate. And so I'm feeling there's three people, three humans in your life right now who believe in you and want to support you. I might be one of those humans. I might be. And when you come back to the readings, it's my pleasure to serve you over there in Virginia. Let's take a look at your tarot. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. So I love the Seven of Wands because it's got a couple of different messages. There's some squabbling. That's what I think of with these dogs squabbling together. And you know how dogs are, they can roughhouse together and they can roll and play, but they also can make each other mad and they can start biting each other. I used to have two dogs, now I only have one, but it's like sometimes I would have to get in the middle of a fight. Now, I was taught to grab them by the tail, the base of the tail, and pull them apart. And I learned the hard way because you don't want to get bit. So, Kimmy, who's arguing in your life? Are you getting involved in other people's business? I always want to apologize up front for being forward in my readings, but there might be some distraction going on where there's some people, personalities that are squabbling, and really you don't need to solve their problem. You really don't. You can stand separate. Many times for creatives, we can get distracted from drama and we don't create. Okay, because when I look at see the polka dots on that shirt, polka dots in the tarot are all about taking things less seriously, playfulness. You got to have playfulness. And this child is like sick and tired of mediating between these people. It's like, this is ridiculous. This isn't even their drama. And they've got this stick and they don't even really know how to use it. Notice the gate, the fence in front. This child could get up, go in the house, and get out his tiddlywinks or get out his coloring book and have an enjoyable time. Maybe they need to put their headset in and listen to some music at the same time. But there's something that's robbing your energy right now and maybe stealing from your creativity. And it's something you need to guard with that stick, holding the stick across their chest. It's not to let other people's drama get involved with you. Okay, let's take a look at the second card. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, Knight of Pentacles showing up again for us. Knight of Pentacles is a process card, a careful, slow moving, planning, wanting to have things be just right, guarding money, being careful to spend on what's necessary because such a believer in the future. The knights serve the queen. So there's a part of you that's wanting you to make progress toward your financial security. There's a part of you, the Knight of Pentacles energy, that is there to guide you. It makes me think, years ago when people did ride bikes a lot, I did when I was a kid, they would always say, get off your bike and walk it across the crosswalk, right? You're on a busy street, get off your bike and walk it across. I don't even know if they do that anymore at all. But it's the thing about being cautious as you walk forward. Don't speed into anything. So if somebody's offering you something in terms of a job, a career, or an art opportunity, you need to have peace to make your best decision. One of the things I like to teach my clients is to recognize hell yes and hell no. What is good for you, you can feel it in your tummy. You can feel it in your gut. If it's open and it's not cringe, tight and afraid, that's your intuition saying yes. A good example, if it's not raining right now where you are, I don't think it's raining in Virginia right now. Is it going to rain again one day? Absolutely. That's a hell yes. Is it going to stop raining? Yes. Hell no is the opposite. Hell no is absolutely cold, hard no. One of the ways you can feel that is imagine yourself at the top of a staircase, and you say, "Would I throw myself down this staircase?" No. hell no. Now it's the hell maybes that are killer. If you're not sure, it should be a no. Wait, because many times we misjudge. We say yes, and it's not a true yes for us. Does that make sense for you, Kimmy? So, as you're aligning with people, you want to make sure that they're hell yes people, and you want to make sure they will be honest with you and tell you. If you say, "Do you think this sounds right?" and they say, "No, something doesn't sound right," we can get a little defensive sometimes because we want it that bad. But your true the soul within you can learn hell yes and hell no. And once you get that, you're going to find your life is a lot easier. Okay. And the chariot. All right. So this is interesting because the chariot is a fast moving energy. How interesting for you, Kimmy. So it looks to me that as you get yourself squared away, remove yourself from any squabbling, any drama that's not yours. Trust them in the hands of the divine. Even though I don't know how, I'm turning my back on their drama now. It's possible for you to step away from conflict that you have no business in. I've had to learn that the hard way, and I still do, because my heart is tender towards people who are hurting, and I can jump in and try to rescue people that don't even want rescuing. They are squabbling, and it's their business. The emperor, I mean, excuse me, the chariot is all about recognizing the game that you are in. There's so much light and energy right towards the head of this figure. And today, remembering the sun is at the peak of its power today, it's here to illuminate, to bring abundance, to bring clarity, to bring vitality and a renewed sense of purpose. In the game of life, you want to go towards the light. You want to be able notice that he's got his hand on a knight, and here we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the game of chess. It's about strategy. So there is something today that you're worrying about that definitely is holding you back. Spirit is ready to move on your behalf. And when you do recognize and cut off this whatever this drama is, when you can cut it off, turn your back, go to spirit, then you are going to feel some momentum in this thing that's keeping you worried. Okay. I feel like there's stuff I don't know, and I don't know everything. It's just the story the cards are telling. But I would love to be able to give you personal advice. So do take a peek at my website. If you go all the way down to the bottom to the contact page, I will be able to respond to you. And with your personal problem, you can tell me. I can give you some resources. Okay. Let's take a look at what it is you're not seeing. Ah, oh, bless your heart. So, what you're not seeing is it's going to be such a relief for you, Kimmy, when you're able to cut off these ridiculous people or circumstances that are draining you and take care of yourself. Look at this figure laying in that tub with the candlelight. I would highly recommend this for you if you have a bathtub. Some people don't, but if you do, and you can take a soak and light a candle, put a bath bomb in, and just use it as a symbol of offering all of your drama to spirit. I just want to look at that more closely. That beautiful dove that's in the tree. One of the things about stained glass, it's made from broken pieces of glass. Something has to break to have beauty. Something has to break to let the sun shine in. All those candles that are sitting back there on the ledge by that window, there's so much that can be healed in your bathtub. You may want to get a YouTube meditation for laying in the bathtub with a 20-minute meditation playing in the room with a candle. I think that would be so lovely for you. And let your imagination play. Let yourself daydream around something that is dearly loved by you. Perhaps it's a place, perhaps it's a time, and really allow yourself this beautiful Four of Wands energy. All in all, Spirit is saying, please don't worry. There's the song, I think it's a Bob Marley song, Don't Worry About a Thing. Every little thing is gonna be all right. That's what your angels are wanting for you to know, Kimmy. Another thing that you can try that's fun is try uh, creating a piece of art with your non dominant hand. When you create art with your non dominant hand, it allows a part of your brain that never gets to work to be creative, and it can be very enlightening. Okay, so here's your card. I love this. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. I don't know who sings that song, and I don't know why I'm singing today, but the idea of this is, to me, this is this energy, same colors with the gold, but just in that tub, imagine that you're sailing away from all of the drama. We do not have a task when you're born. Your life purpose is not to carry the suffering of other people. We are not to carry the suffering of other people. It's not in our rule book from God. Okay, so sailing away and finding peace for yourself, seeking wisdom, you're on your way here. Nothing to worry about. Let's take a look at what the angels are saying. Are you feeling a little lost and confused? I love that with this. Feeling a little lost and confused, wondering which direction, if any, to take, and questioning what it is that you really want from life. Perhaps it's time to consult your inner child. You know, the one you've kept locked away for ages, the one who holds the essence of the real you. Isn't it time to listen to your heart? Oh, Kimmy, I can only imagine that you're they're feeling the feels right now. I'm feeling them with you. It's hard not to worry. Sometimes it's hard to get that angelic advice and think that it's not right for you to worry. And you need to remember that worry is simply a sign. It's like the universe is ringing a bell and trying to get your attention because you're leaning too much on your human understanding. And angels and spirit have what you need today. Okay. It's an important day for clarity and vitality. And I'm so glad that you came to my channel today. So I have Anna. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me because it just lets YouTube know that what we do here on Saturday mornings is important and that we have answers for you. I am here for you if you're struggling with worry. Worry is no fun. It can suck you down into a spiral so quick you can just lose your balance. So, anybody who's hearing me, if you want a reading, I have my Mighty Mini reading. It's on my website, and there are availabilities through the summer. And I would love, love, love to give you a mini private reading on a video so that you can hear directly from me for your issue. They're only $25. So, hi, Anna. I am wonderful. How are you? Where are you calling me from? And is there anything specific going on for you? Anna is volunteering. Thank you, Anna, for being volunteer right now. And she's sitting in the spotlight, willing to have her cards pulled for the benefit of all of us, because that's the way these readings work for the collective. One card for one, and all for one, and one for all. So, is there anything specific, Anna, or do you just want to hear what Spirit has for you today? A little stressed, a little worried. You can feel that worry energy. So let's see, when it comes to worry, what does Spirit have for you? And where in the world are you watching from, Anna? So here is your angel card. And here's our tarot. I'm going to shuffle. Worry's like a weed in the garden, isn't it? I mean, if you don't pull the weed, it grows and grows and it can block out the flowers. So I feel like from Greece, okay. You've been here before, I think, haven't you, Anna? Sometimes I watch YouTube videos about Greece and I pretend that I'm there. I would love to visit Greece. I have visited a few countries, but Greece is not one of them, and it's so beautiful there. Okay, what is it that the angels have for my dear Anna? Okay, let's pull your tarot. And the card from the bottom of the deck, what you're not seeing. Okay, let me grab some tea. All right, angels, what do you have for Anna? Archangel Michael, blue. Okay, so it does look to me, my dear Anna, you've got a lot of self-doubt right now that you don't want to make a mistake. That you feel like if you know enough, if you study enough, if you get enough information, you're going to be better off. There's a lot of fear and disappointment that's been happening around you, doubting yourself, and that you're being a bit guarded. And that often is at the root of stress, is not wanting to make a mistake, that something's happening in your life that is troublesome and you don't want to make it worse. Okay, so Archangel Michael, the most powerful of the angels, is here for you today. And look at how the light is shining from that one book, looking at the stacks of books on either side. Archangel Michael knows everything before you know it. You are being guided right now to the answer that you're looking for. The idea of being wise, honest, trustworthy, and observant. This is your call to recognize that you are these things already. You're observant, you're watching what's going on, but you don't see yourself as able to handle something, that you're looking at a situation and you don't feel wise. You feel like if you're honest, you may be betrayed or maybe even abandoned, that they are trusting you, someone's trusting you, but you have to honor yourself and you have to take a risk sometimes to be truthful, because some people in our lives will take advantage because we are more empathetic or we're kind. And so when it comes time to confront somebody, we'd rather not. Does that resonate for you, Anna? But this beautiful dark blue energy, blue is the color of your throat chakra. So go ahead and put your hand up on your throat, Anna, and just put your hand gently, gently on your throat. And then just speak out loud. Say, I am okay right now. Just go ahead and say that and feel the vibration in your throat. In fact, anybody who's watching right now, it's so fun to feel your body vibrate like that. Put your hand gently on your throat and say, in this moment, I am safe and all is well. In this moment, I am safe and all is well. And as you say that, just feel that vibration on your throat. That is one of my favorite ways of proving to myself that vibration is a real part of our energy as humans. Hi, Leanne. Oh, welcome. I'm so delighted if you want to volunteer to be on the spotlight chair, you can absolutely do that. In fact, you can have a reading right after I'm finished with Anna. So welcome. So Anna, let's go back to you. So you do have people surrounding you that are not good for you. Fair? That's fair to say it that way. Let's see what Spirit has to say. The Six of Wands. So this is a card that shows Ah, how joyful it is when you first meet people. Isn't that true? Like when you first get chosen, this is like the winner of a pageant and or even looks like a bride. But when you first start a friendship with anyone, it generally feels delicious. It's like that crush feeling where you feel, yes, these people get me. I love this. They're great. And you even start to trust them, and then all of a sudden, they do something that completely goes against who you thought they were. Okay. And so there's something about your energy, Anna. It's innocent. And I'm going to use a word in English, naive. And naive is something that some people get upset about when somebody says you're naive. It doesn't mean that you are less than, and it doesn't mean that you're not smart. But sometimes in judging people, we can give people too much credit. We overlook the yellow flags. We think, oh gosh, why did they do that? And then we think, oh, it's okay. It's not that bad. I have a person right now in my life, they've offered to do something for me. However, I don't feel 100% comfortable. And so I don't want to hurt their feelings. And I don't know how to handle it. Even me at 73, I still struggle with people issues. And so right now, I'm just allowing space between us because I don't need to tell the person right now. Just staying separate seems to be enough. But this idea of overrunning your own intuition, where you're getting a cringe, something doesn't feel right about a person, and you just can't see it. So that is causing you some pain. Okay. And spirit angels you're, Anna, you say to me, well, yeah, I know that already. I appreciate that. But I didn't know it. And the cards are falling to show you that your angels are with you and they want to help you. Okay. And here we have that page of swords. And if you've been watching for a little while, Anna, the page of swords came up in this reading, in these readings today already. And this is a card about being naive. These kids are in their school uniforms. And so they're students, they're immature. And so many of the people that are treating you badly, many of the people who are cheating or hurting you are not doing it to be mean. Now, I'm so sorry. I know it can feel like people are mean to you on purpose, but a lot of people just don't know what they're doing. They have bad habits. Like if people are talking about you or people are are you feel cheated on, this person over here, we can't see their eyes. This would suggest that this person really doesn't want to even hear the story and they don't want to be part of it, but they don't have the strength to say to that person, stop it. That's not nice when you do that. Many times when people are cheating, it's coming from a childish frame of mind. All right. And so that's part of what you're going to be dealing with as you go forward here because oh yeah, I believe in karma 100%. What goes around comes around. There are people that I know that have divorced their husband to marry somebody else, and then the husband cheats again. I mean, it's once a cheater, always a cheater. You may not believe that, but for me personally, I do a lot of work with breakup recovery and I help people find soulmates. That's what my passion is. And we do have to become more open to new love. So for you, Anna, it would help you to do some housekeeping and be able to clear your heart of some of the hurts that you've been through. And so, once again, like I say to people, be sure to get a hold of me. I love, love, love when my clients reach out to me through the website. And that way I can give you some resources. There's a couple of YouTube resources that help with breakup recovery. And I can certainly give you some materials. I can also help you myself. And if that's something that I can facilitate with you, I would love to connect. But right now, the angels are saying, wait, Before you go forward into something new, you need to be clear about what it is that you're wanting. Right now, there's something in you, there's wounded heart, the broken heart. And many times, not all the time, but many times when you have a broken heart from the past, you attract somebody else that's not ready for love. You can attract another person who could hurt your feelings again. And all of that comes from being able to release the pain of your past. Okay. Sometimes therapy is important. I needed to go to therapy when I divorced my first husband. There were so many things. I took those vows and I meant them. And it broke my heart to have to break vows. But he broke vows first. And so I needed therapy to help me. Many times a coach can help you, a tarot reader can guide you, but only you can take care of what you're needing. Okay. Resources, I have them for you. I'm happy to share. Please write. And here we have the Four of Cups. Aw, this makes me want to reach through the camera and give you a big hug. There's heartbreak, right? Look at those 3 cans laying empty. There's just heartbreak. And this may be how you feel sometimes. You may have gotten connected with an internet relationship where you gave your heart to somebody that you never met. I have so many clients who have fallen in love with somebody online and they never met them. And there's so much disappointment there. But let's look closely at that cup that's on the screen. I need to look at it. New message. I love that. Can you see it says new message? So, Anna, this is the first longest day of the year, the shortest night. Spiritually, it's very important. The sun is at its brightest today, it's most powerful. When I look at the gold that's shining on these cans, this is telling me that there's gold in your heartbreak. Man, I don't like to give that message to people because they want to reach out and slap me. But there's a treasure in your past experiences. The treasure is that now you know what you don't want. The very people that have hurt you, friends and lovers, have shown you clearly that they are not your ideal person. That's the magic of heartbreak. It's hard. Heartbreak recovery, breakup recovery is not easy, but it needs to be done. Otherwise, you end up attracting, you're in a cycle, and the person that is attracted to you may be attracted to your pain. They know what to say and how to act to make you feel better. But the minute you start feeling better, they start to tear you down. Have you ever had that? I have, and it's not fun. Again, counseling and therapy could be very helpful, but also just being able to listen to some YouTube videos. There's one person I love. Let me write it in here for you, Annie and Anna. This guy is great, Jimmy on relationships, and he has a huge following on YouTube. He has a lot of very short videos, and he actually cheated on his wife. And he tells the story about how she forgave him and they're still married. But he teaches about betrayal. So if you want the quickest thing, you don't have to write to me. You can go right to Jimmy on relationships and just watch a few of his videos. I think it will give you so much hope. Okay, Anna? And let's see here. What you're not seeing. What you're not seeing is that there is an answer coming. Okay, this night is moving very fast. And so for you, what you're not seeing is that it's so important for you to get ready. It's important for you to deal with the pain in your past, to be able to let go of some of the bad partners, the bad friendships before new love comes, because you want to be prepared. This night that's coming in, see the shaft of light through his hand? There's someone coming who is different. There's someone coming who has a good heart. You don't want to miss this opportunity. It's so important that you deal with this energy, because if you are in this energy, this person's going to race right by you. They're not going to recognize you because this person wants someone who's ready for love. If you're still disappointed from what's happened, this night will miss you. Okay. So it is really important with this the sun today, summer solstice. Give yourself some time to heal from the past. Okay. Spirit wants so much for you to find that ideal partner. Let me just pull one of the heart and soul messages for you. Aw, let's take a look. I really love this. This is that crying heart. There's a part of you that is so wounded and disappointed when it comes to love, right? So wounded, but never giving up. It's like there's something in you, Anna, that's like, I am not giving up. And I'm glad for that. I am absolutely glad that you're making progress and that you're moving past all of those humans who have disappointed you. So let's take a peek and see what it is. Be bold and strong, for you are the creator of your own destiny. Look within, you will find everything you need there. Burst forth from your cocoon and fly. The sky is the limit if you follow your heart, Anna, and your own inner guidance. Listen to what others say, but do not blindly follow their advice. This is absolutely perfect. Listen to my words today. But if you are already there and you've already forgiven the people in the past, this new person that's coming will find you perfectly. Okay? This is a great reading, and it very likely could be from someone else who's listening. I know myself, I have layers inside where sometimes healing can come when I didn't even know I needed it. Be sure to take a look at Jimmy on Relationships because it will prepare you for this new person. I just love Jimmy. He is a great teacher. He's an edutainer like I am. He educates and entertains. I do have time for one more reading, and that will be for Jeanne. Hi, Jeanne. And let me just peek here. And Jeanne wants to know what it is that the angels have to say about worry. Anna, I would say that I would say it's a positive reading for you. It's just that if you do have any disappointment about anybody else, you want to take care of that before you meet that new person. You are so, so welcome. So Jeanne, what is it that Spirit has for you when you've been worried? If you come back, if you have to go, I will put timestamps in the reading this afternoon, and so you'll be able to find your reading. Okay. So Jeanne, let's take a look. There's your angel card. What does Spirit have for our friend Jeanne? You are welcome, Anna. Go forth and prosper. I know it's hard when you trust somebody and they end up not being who you thought they were. But I believe in you. Okay, let me cut. Pick a card, cut. Pick another card, cut. And another card. And then peeking at the bottom of the deck. This is what energy you're not seeing. Okay, let me take a sip of tea. Hi, Kane. Welcome, Kane. Kane, this step in, take this reading for yourself. Also, Jeanne is sitting in the spotlight to be standing in for everyone that's watching. Okay. Oh gosh, you're sure welcome, Anna. I wish you all the best. So for Jeanne, Jeanne is sitting in the hot seat and sharing her cards with the collective. And what a great card to be having at this point. Shower of prosperity. Now remember, this is that summer solstice, and it is the longest day and the shortest night. The sun is at the maximum power for us today. This is the energy is all about illumination, abundance, clarity, vitality, and renewed sense of purpose. So, Kane, I'm glad you're here because this is an important day. We're halfway through the year. Can you believe it? And the rest of the year is holding so much promise. So, some of us, some people who are here right now, you have missed some opportunities and it's been so disappointing. You've been through times where you're unmotivated and you're aware of lack, and honestly there's a bit of stubbornness, a bit of stubbornness that's peeking out, and it is causing worry. Many times we cause our own worry, especially about abundance and prosperity. But as you step into clarity and you become aware of your purpose, what you're here for, there is a wealth of opportunity coming your way next 6 months. There's a lot of success, and you're going to see things manifest that you didn't expect. So, Jeanne, there's some things coming that you did not expect. The thing that you're waiting for, like let's say you want a partner, or let's say you want to have a certain amount of money, or let's say you want to have a new car. Those are things that quite frequently people are desiring. They want to manifest those things. And spirit wants for you to have what delights you. But what I've done with my manifesting is I always put a magical phrase at the end of any one of my intentions. And the phrase is this or something better. This or something better. For example, I would love a new roommate. This or something better. I would love a new pet. This or something better. I would love $1,000 to show up in my bank account by the end of the week. This or something better. That's trusting. That's saying to the spirit, look, this is what I think I need, but if something better is for me, I'm all over it. My personal clients have had remarkable results using that affirmation. So, Jeanne, whatever it is that you're desiring, go ahead and set an intention and let spirit know what it is you want. But then always add at the end, this or something better. That's my biggest piece of advice for you, my friend. Let's see what the cards say. First card, we have the Fool. So there is a brand new page being turned, which is fantastic. Something is going on right now. You may know what it is. You may have already been invited somewhere. You may have already had a partnership show up. You may have already had an opportunity knocking, and you may be even hesitant. Like, what if it's not the right opportunity? Or, a lot of doubt, fear, and worry. But this Fool card shows the willingness to take a leap, the willingness to say, yes, even though I'm a little bit doubtful, I am ready for this new opportunity. And the next card is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands showed up already today. And so it is showing me right now is that there's a lot of doubt that you feel like, no, 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 I'm not ready. I need more training, or I need this, or I need that. I need better clothes. I need to have a neater house, whatever it is, that's something holding you back. There's two parts of yourself that are arguing with each other. Does that make sense? There's one part of you that's saying, yes, yes, yes. The other part is saying, no, no, no. And then your inner child, the most innocent, sweet part of your spirit, is frustrated and doesn't know how to move forward into this new opportunity. Look at the look on his face. He's just so frustrated. What's wrong with them? Why can't they stop fighting? And when in your own heart, if you have conflict where part of you wants something and part of you is afraid to go forward, it's just so miserable, isn't it? It's so miserable. And so your angel is here to say, You don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. There is an opportunity that's going to change your life. It is here, it's coming. And so, learning to deal with your self doubt and building your self confidence is something that is your task right now. Okay, what's the easiest way to do it? It's to email me. That's the easiest. I'm just going to say flat out. If you want, I can guide you. I can give you some YouTube videos you can watch today. If you want a reading, I'm here for you. My Mighty Mini is just $25 for the summer, and I'm tickled pink to do that. But you don't even need to invest with your cash. You can just invest with your fingers on the website and to go through here and write to me, because I for sure can give you some resources on YouTube right now that can help you grow your self-confidence, that can help you take care of this conflict that's inside of you, where one part is saying yes, 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 and the other part is saying no, 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 right? It just freezes you in place. And so, yes, the outcome here, this Queen of Wands is all about release from burdens. Okay, this figure has taken care of the struggles inside and out. This tug of war that's going inside is creating a huge burden for you. There is so much on your shoulders. Many times you're trying to help people that don't want to help themselves, and you're robbing your own self of joy. This energy is available to you. Look at how bright and sunny it is in the background. The Queen of Wands knows how to master her situation. All of these telephones around her, so much opportunity coming her way. Believe me, these cards are so magical. Jeanne, I hope you're here watching. I know I will put the names on the timestamps so you can find your readings, because it's so important that you do the work you need to do to grow your self-confidence, because the Fool and the Queen of Wands is showing that golden opportunity. Look at the colors. Look at how it all goes together. And again, it will be showing up in a surprising way. Something good is going to happen, an invitation somewhere, the offering of a project or a new friend. And it won't seem like you won the lottery, but you will feel that this is definitely stepping you up to a lifestyle glow up, so to speak. This is what you're not seeing, Jeanne. The Seven of Swords. Okay, what you're not seeing is it is self sabotage that could hold you back. This is a double message. Anybody that's hearing me right now, you are in a very interesting place. You have immense possibilities right ahead of you. But with this Seven of Swords, look at how they're in the phone booth, they're on the phone, they're blindfolded, they're depending on other people. They're depending on other people to do the work they're going to have to do. Nobody can do what you need to do. You have doubt, fear, and insecurity. There's nothing wrong with that. I have it even now, 73 years old, and I still, when I start a new project, I have all of these insecurities that try to get my attention. I use tapping, I use my cards, I love nature, meditation. There's lots of tools that I can use to regulate myself and bring my confidence to balance and not believe in the things that happened in the past that hurt my feelings, and to keep walking forward, trusting that spirit is guiding me perfectly. So, Jeanne, thank you for sitting on the hot seat. Thank you for taking these cards on, and do this as a challenge for yourself. Right now, we have this beautiful summer solstice day, a day of decision. Honor that by making a commitment to cleanse your soul of the disappointments of your past, and trust that spirit is right here, right now, wanting to guide you. Okay. So I'm going to pull a heart soul oracle card for you. And I love this star. Thank you, star, for showing up. The star is the card of healing in the tarot. And also, it's a reminder that our sun is a star. Frequently, I forget that. I call it the sun. It is the sun. But when I stand under the night sky, I love to see the stars. And just reminding myself that our sun is a star. And today on the summer solstice, it's here offering healing for whatever it is that's troubling you. Let's take a peek at the words. All is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Believe in your dream, love it, breathe it, and let it fill your thoughts. But you must take action also. And Jeanne, I think this action is about building your self confidence, right? You must take action also. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first envisaged, but then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. Whoever has watched this reading, your name may not be Jeanne, but this message is for someone who has so much talent, so much to offer, and they're stuck between believing in themselves and doubting themselves. And that is a wicked tug of war. I can help you. I can provide for you some YouTube videos to watch and listen to that will help. I could also help you myself with a private reading, and that would be my privilege. At the very least, you can write to me on my website. Just there's a contact form at the end. Let me know what's going on, and I will give you some resources today. All right, let's take advantage of this beautiful solar time, the time of year when we can count on the heavens to continue to bless us. Summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the day our sun is visible to us, more hours, more minutes than any other day. It's a magical time. So, you guys, I'm done. Great reading today. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing this powerful day with me. And I will see you next Saturday, of course, for our tarot party. Go forth and prosper and be kind to people out there. It's a tough world right now. Cut people some slack. It'll do you some good. Take care now. Bye.